Hello everyone. My name is Katja Vincent, and Emily asked me if I could share a little bit about laughter with you, because I am a laughter coach. I'm also a gibberish coach. I do Reiki healing and shamanic practices and other things along the side. So I just wanted to give you a few more pieces of information just to encourage you to laugh more often. Now, the first question is, why would you ever need a laughter coach, right? Because it's free, you can do it anytime you want to, and so it doesn't feel like you need another person to show you how to laugh. However, we usually in our adult years when we get into the seriousness of what life is, we often forget to laugh, and we often are in this rut of having to have something that's funny to laugh about. And this is where I come in. So in actual fact, we start laughing as babies before we start to speak. Have you noticed that? Babies start laughing before they start to speak. So they have no concept of humor or jokes or comedy. They don't know about that yet, and yet they laugh. So that clearly shows there doesn't have to be a reason to laugh. So you can totally, absolutely laugh for no reason. And this is what I teach people, so that you can laugh when your life is a little bit tougher. Because it's always easy for us to laugh when times are good, right? Then it just flows and it's there. But it's not so easy when life becomes a little bit tough. And we never laugh about it being tough. We laugh so that we feel better in this little bit tough situation. So that's what I'm here for. That's where I come in. And it takes a bit of practice. So when you start with this laughter journey, or invite more laughter into your life, there's this initial boost that you feel, oh yeah, this is easy and there's so much fun and so forth. But if you practice it for longer, there comes a time when you kind of have to almost invite you to do it more. There comes a time when you are more resistant to it. That's the same when you start yoga. You have a little bit of a period when you started to do it regularly where it's a little bit more tough to do it. I don't know if you've noticed that ever when you've done regular exercise, anything else as well, like running or something. If you start building up a new habit, there is a little bit of a period when it's a little bit tougher. And you just have to keep going through that toughness. And then finally, it becomes easier and easier. So just to tell you a little bit more details about laughter. So the first thing is that when we laugh, the body produces feel-good hormones. And that's what makes us feel so good when we do. So it can be different hormones. The three most commonly known are dopamine, oxytocin, and endorphins. So those are the three that most people know, and sometimes also melatonin. So there's a few things that happen in the body chemistry that enhance our feeling good afterwards. So it's definitely worth it. And also, in the laughter yoga world, we call it the jog for the organs, because that's what it is. It's a mini workout, because you actually use the muscles inside of you, specifically the diaphragm, when you laugh. So you're actually moving the whole body, and it's a workout. It's a proper workout. You actually lose calories when you laugh. So why wouldn't you, right? So that's a little bit on the side. Another quite important fact to know is that the body does not know the difference between real laughter and fake laughter. So I'm not saying you should fake it, but I do say that when you start with faking it, you will very quickly get into real laughter. And especially when you start to introduce more laughter without a stimulus from outside, it's easier if you kind of fake it first and then go into the real laughter. So don't be afraid to do that, because there's no difference in the body. Even if you fake it, you will still produce the same hormones in the body. They might be a little bit less than they would be with proper heartfelt deep belly laughter, but they're still there. So it's absolutely worth doing that too. Good. So now I want to just tell you a bit about what laughter actually does for you as you do it. So there's a few benefits I just want to say, but there's many more. So I'm just scraping the surface here, but I just wanted to give you a little bit of knowledge about what you do in your body when you start laughing. So the first one, I've written it down because I can't remember all of them at the same time. So the first one is it reduces stress because it relaxes the muscles in the body. We've already touched on that a little bit. And it also balances out cortisol, because when you produce these feel-good hormones in the body, they're the antidote to cortisol in the blood. So it's a really good stress buster, and that's what it's often used for as well. So when people are particularly stressed in their lives, it's really, really good to laugh, right? That's the first one. Secondly, it increases the oxygen in the blood, because we are inhaling more, we are exhaling more, so we're actually getting rid of the stale air in the lungs by exhaling a lot more, and we're bringing new fresh air into the body, which then increases the oxygen in the blood. Really good for you. Thirdly, it boosts the immune system, and that's what we're here for this week, right? How is it going for you with the 7 days to bloom and glow? So this is another way of boosting the immune system, because the body is stimulated to create B and T cells, which is the they are the moderators, the immune moderators in our bodies. So they help fight diseases, which is lovely. It also lowers cholesterol and blood pressure in the body. And that's a good piece of information to know as well. So if you want to lower these the bad cholesterol in your body, you can laugh, and that's how easy it is, right? I've already said that it acts like a little mini workout, because as you move your diaphragm, you actually move quite a lot of muscles in your torso. And also you might have already experienced that if you laugh a lot and really deeply in your belly, you might sometimes have a little bit of muscle ache the next day, because you really have moved the diaphragm a lot, and then that's what happens. Okay. Another benefit is it increases your flexibility, and I've already touched on that as well. So it's always easy if a life is going well, then it's easy to laugh, it's easy to be merry. But if life doesn't go so well, then we tense up, and we often also get just trapped in this negativity cycle of negative thinking, and that produces more negativity around you. So to break that cycle, laughter is a really good tool. And it's not to laugh about the situation, because the situation most of the time is not very good, but you laugh to make you feel better, and then everything can change again. Then we've got another benefit, which is it opens you up to more caring relationships. It's actually proven that when you laugh with people, you instantly trust them. That's quite interesting, because when you meet strangers and you have a reason to laugh together, you instantly bond with them. So that's why we also say laughter is a universal language. Everybody understands laughter. And so that's why it creates more caring relationships. So if you can laugh with your family and friends, those relationships become more caring. Really good thing. It also can act like a painkiller, and that's again something that has been proven in studies around the world. It's quite. There's quite a few studies about laughter nowadays, but it has shown that if you laugh for 10 minutes in a row, so 10 minutes as a chunk, which is quite difficult to do, to laugh 10 minutes in a row, it acts like a painkiller in the body for up to 2 hours. So it can actually be really helpful to laugh when you're in pain. Not that we have no oil for that, right? So we have our oils as well. But if you can laugh at the same time, even better. And finally, laughter is another way of bringing you back to the here and now. I know that we've already heard about this week. Katie has spoken about that. So it brings you back to the here and now. It completely detaches you from the thoughts about the past and the thoughts about the future of what we have to still do. It just brings you back here and also opens you up for more joy. So you instantly feel better when you laugh. And all those benefits combined just show you how important it is to laugh more. It is really, really good for you. So now I wanted to just share a little bit, a few things with you that you can start doing in your own life to bring more laughter in. So first of all, find some things that make you laugh. So find some, again, this is conditional still, but anything counts. So if you can laugh more, that's what we want to achieve. So if you have something that makes you laugh, maybe a little YouTube video, or maybe a funny movie, or a comedian that makes you laugh. So whenever you need a little bit of a boost, a little bit of an uplift, find something that makes you laugh. And it's so easy nowadays. There's so many things out there that can actually help us getting into laughter. So find those and have them at the ready when you need them, so that you can, no matter where you are, just laugh a little bit and laugh the stress off. The second thing, which is actually quite important to know, is that as adults, we have this conditioning of that laughter is not appropriate, that we shouldn't laugh when we are in meetings, when we are, when there's certain situations where it's just not appropriate to laugh, especially here in England. I come from Germany, and it's quite similar there. So, there is situations where it's just socially not acceptable that we laugh. And it's something that you can start to question a little bit. So it doesn't have to be this way. And there's certainly room for a little bit of a giggle here and then. We take ourselves so seriously most of the time. So I encourage you to just start seeing yourself in a little bit more of a silly vibe, or allow yourself to laugh more often. Allow yourself to laugh about yourself, right? So that you don't get angry with yourself and then talk yourself down, but instead just laugh about what just happened. Laugh about how silly you were, and that then may make you feel better. So it's definitely worth doing that. So the point I'm making here is you have to give yourself permission to laugh more, because we are conditioned not to laugh that often, which is why we need that stimulus that makes us laugh in the first place. And we want to get away from that stimulus eventually. But to start you off, give yourself permission, and then find the things that make you laugh. And then another one is the third one I wanted to give you on your way is to make an intention every morning to feel good every day. And we have these lovely oils that already help us on that way, on that journey massively, because they can just instantly switch your mood if you need it. So that's good. But intend to have a good day, and also invite more play in your daily tasks. So anything you do, invite a little bit more playfulness into them. So when you prepare dinner, you can just play with the food a little bit, and it makes the food more delicious as well, by the way. But anything you do during the day, you can just make it a little bit more playful, and you might make yourself laugh with that as well. So commit to more of a light-hearted approach to life, and invite the laughter in. And as I'm now talking about this, and open you up to more laughter, you might attract it that little bit more as well, because you've heard about it, you heard that it's good for you. So just be open to have that in your life much more than you do currently. And finally, I just want to show you a few things that you can do to stimulate laughter as well, so that you go away with a bit of an idea of how you can do this, how you can make yourself laugh instantaneously without anything outside of you. So the first thing is, I'd like you to try this out right now with me if you can. Just smile. Okay. Did you smile? Okay, did you feel how you felt inside? Now tune in, just feel for a moment. Did that make you feel better? Because it should. When you smile, you immediately produce feel-good hormones in your body. So even just a smile can do that. And a smile we can do anywhere because it's silent. So you can smile anywhere you are, right? So when it's difficult though, when you are angry at a person, it's difficult to smile, right? So you have to give yourself permission. You have to let go of that emotion that drove the anger in the first place. So you have to be willing to let that go and be willing to invite something better, which is the smile. So the smiling is a really good one to take away with you. So try this out more often. Smile whenever you can. And you might also get a smile back from people while you're smiling out there. Okay. The second thing is something that I find really soothing sometimes. And it can be done almost like a little bit of a meditation as well. So you breathe in, you hold your breath just very shortly, and then you breathe out and you chuckle. And you do that at least 4 times in a row. So I'm just going to demonstrate it one time for you. So you breathe in, you hold your breath until the pressure builds up a little bit in yourself, and then you breathe out and you chuckle. And you breathe in and you hold it and chuckle. And again, breathe in, hold it, and chuckle. And one more time, breathe in, and hold it, and chuckle. So for me, that increases the chuckle each time I do it. And because I've practiced it a long time, I can just laugh instantaneously. For me, it's really not a big deal to start laughing anywhere, even at funerals. But that's beside the point. So start doing that a little bit. So that can help stimulating the laughter in yourself. And it's not pressured, so you should feel the chuckling comes naturally. It's not, when you hold the breath and you build that little bit of pressure up in your body, it's easier then to release and chuckle with the breath out. That is an easy thing to introduce yourself to laughing by yourself. Obviously it helps if you have people around you, because laughter is contagious, as you know, and then it just goes from there. But right, another one that you could do is to move the body before you start laughing. So I find it really good to start and shake the body out. We've already heard about this week as well. Shaking the body out releases a lot of tension in the body, and then you become more ready to laugh. So you remove a little bit of that resistance of not laughing when the body is a little bit more fluid and has let go of some tension already. And then you can do this breathing exercise to chuckle at the end afterwards. Sometimes I find when I shake, I already have the laughter coming on because I find it funny the way I'm shaking. And if you want to be a bit more experimental with that as well, you can just do random movements like a flick of the arm and a flick of a leg, and just be playful with that. So that might help you get into the laughter as well. You could also, another way of getting you into laughing, you could count yourself in. So you can do 1, 2, 3 and then laugh. I demonstrate 1, 2, 3. So that is another good way to actually do the laughing. Maybe not for beginners, but just be, just be more playful with that. Play and find your way of getting into laughter. It is definitely worth doing. So I hope with this little bit of an overview, I have encouraged you to bring more laughter into your life. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm in the tribe. I'm here with you doing these 7 days with you as well. And I hope you've enjoyed that. So lots of love to you all, and I see you soon. Bye bye.